Hi, welcome to Yoga 413. My name is Tani, and today's class is going to be a Vinyasa flow class that focuses on the core and the glutes. So keep that in mind while we practice. As always, take breaks whenever you need it, and if you like this video, please share it with a friend. Let's get started. Beginning at the top of our mat in mountain pose, Tadasana. Feet are hip distance apart. You can shift the weight on your feet. Relaxing your shoulders, your palms are open forward. Simply just breathe, inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Some of your longest breaths of the day. We're going to begin to match breath and movement. On your next inhale, reach your arms up over the head, gazing upward. Bringing the palms together and exhaling down through the heart center. Again, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, down. One more time, inhale. And exhale. As you inhale, reach your arms up over the head. As you exhale, deeply bend the knees as you swan dive forward into our first forward fold of the day. Just start to maybe turn your head side to side, forward and back. Just release any tension in the neck. And then we're going to come into ragdoll, just curling our elbows in our palms. And maybe just swaying side to side. Let's release the arms. Take an inhale and look forward, flatten the back, and pull your shoulders back. Exhale back to that fold. Stepping back to plank pose. We're going to drop our knees to the mat, walk your hands back under the shoulders, and let's take a few rounds of cow and cat. So as you inhale, just open the chest, shoulders are down. Exhale, round the spine up for cat pose. Again, at your own pace. And exhale. So we're going to focus a lot on the core today. So start to really focus on those muscles. As you open the chest, the muscles in the back engage. As you exhale, you squeeze the belly muscles and round the back. Let's do that a few more times. Just one more time. Now we're going to separate our knees and come into an extended child's pose. So reaching those arms forward as the hips sit back. Now just as a reminder, anytime you need a break, you pause the video or come into this child's pose and rejoin us when you're ready. So now we're going to lift up and come forward onto our bellies and come into Sphinx pose. So just bring the forearms to the mat. Kind of dig those elbows in and you pull the elbows towards the waist as you gaze up. It's a nice stretch for the front of the body. And those legs are active. They're pressing into the mat. Let's go ahead and release. We're going to just do a gentle cobra pose. So hands by the chest, elbows in, just lift and slowly come down. Keeping the knees on the mat, I want you to scoop the belly in, engage, press up to a supported plank, and we're going to stay right here. Notice the fingers are spread wide, arms are straight up and down, eyes slightly forward. Now go ahead and tuck those toes underneath and lift your knees up off the mat for your regular plank, knowing anytime you need to, those knees can come back down to the mat. So you have a nice straight back, your belly's lifting up and in. Now let's send the hips up and back for our first down dog. And just start to pedal out your feet. Start to open up the back of the legs. And then just find a nice stretch in down dog. Just find some stillness. Feet are hip distance apart. Now we're going to step the feet forward to your hands. Gaze forward and flatten that back. Exhale to fold. And remember, every time we fold forward, you're welcome to soften those knees. As you inhale, reach up with a flat back, bringing the hands to the heart. Let's flow through a few sun salutations. Let's reach those arms up and come into your fold. Gaze forward, flatten the back, and fold. Step back to plank pose. Remember, your knees could come down. If you're keeping them up, shift forward, bend your elbows. Flip the feet over for up dog. Cobra is your option. Exhale, lift those hips up and back for down dog. Stepping that right foot forward, then the left. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Hands to the heart center. Let's do that again. Reach up and fold. Look forward, flatten the back, and fold. Stepping your feet back to plank. Lower halfway down for chaturanga or your low push-up. Flip the feet over, straighten those arms, up dog, downward facing dog. Stepping the left foot forward this time, then the right. Forward fold. Rise up. Hands to the heart. One more time through. Inhale, reach up. Swan dive and fold. Lengthen the spine and fold. Step back for plank. Low push-up, shift forward halfway down. Flip the feet over and down dog. This time, go ahead and step that left foot forward, then the right, and fold. And rise all the way up with a strong back. Hands to the heart center. Sit back into chair pose this time, and we're going to hold this chair pose. And I want you to notice a straight back. You might have to slightly tuck your pelvis, so you don't want your booty sticking out back and that arch in your back. You want to draw everything in, secure. Reach it up, one more breath. Come into your fold. Gaze forward. Now step back to that low push-up position. Remember, your knees can come to the mat. Upward facing dog. Down dog. So we're really starting to build some heat in the body. Lift the right leg up. Step it all the way forward. Keeping the back heel lifted, come into warrior lunge. And again, just take some time here to find that pose. You can bend that back knee to tuck, and then slowly start to straighten it. Front knee over ankle, take it down to the mat. Come into plank. Shift forward for chaturanga. Flip over to up dog. Down dog. Lifting the left leg up. Step it all the way forward. Rise up. Hold, find your lunge. Your shoulders are right over your hips. Back leg strong. Take it down to the mat, step back. So we're going to add these flows in. You're welcome to take them out and just go to down dog or a child's pose. Take several breaths right here in down dog. Let's go through that again, stepping the right foot forward, then the left, and fold. Sit back into chair pose, belly pulls in, hands to heart. Try it again, sit back into chair, forward fold. Lengthen the spine, flatten that back, just create some space. Step all the way back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Lifting the right leg up, point the toe. Step it forward. Rise all the way up for your lunge. Come back down to the mat into chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Lifting the left leg up, point that toe, stretch, step it forward, rise up, lunge. Take it down to the mat, chaturanga. Elbows grip your rib cage, upward facing and downward. And breathe. So we're going to do that one more time through, making sure we're nice and warmed up and ready to go. Stepping the left foot forward, then the right. And fold. Sit back in a chair, reach your arms up strong, hands to heart. Last time through, sit back, forward fold. Look forward, step back to chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward. Lifting the right leg, step it forward. Rise up for your lunge. Take it down to the mat, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward. Lifting the left leg up, step forward. Rise. And come back down to finish off your vinyasa, your flow. Find down dog. So we're going to come forward to a plank pose now. So remember, supported is knees down. What's most important here is that we keep our back straight. So you're holding a plank pose. I want you to float that right leg up, point the toe. Doesn't have to be a high lift. Hips stay low. Point the toe. Give me little pulses. So I told you we're going to really focus on core and booty. And those, keeping everything in. Just squeeze. Arms are strong here. You have 8 more pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5. Hold it, pull that knee in to touch the elbow, extend it back out. Pull and press it out. Keep that toe pointed, elongate the leg. You got 2 more. Take it all the way up for one leg dog. That should feel good. Just stretch it out. Now step it all the way forward for the lunge. We've been here before. Now we're going to hold the pose. As I fall over. Keep those feet hip distance apart, find your balance. Hold. Now we're going to tuck that back knee. I want you to drop the knee to the mat and straighten it. Bend the back knee and straighten. So notice I'm trying to keep this front leg pretty stationary. It's always engaged. Good. Keep going. Good. Now just hold your lunge, your warrior lunge. I want you to sweep forward and just lean forward into a diagonal position. Arms are by your sides. So now we're going to go from here into warrior 3. So lean forward, press up, try to level your hips. So I personally like to flex my foot, point the toes down, level out those hips. Now we're going to go low to high or high to low. Bend that knee and straighten. Again, bend and straighten. Your own pace. If you needed support, you could take your hands to the mat. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Take the hands down, standing split. You're probably feeling that standing leg. Does not matter how high that leg is lifted. Now we're going to do some standing leg lifts. So you're going to drop the foot down, lead with the heel, kick it up. Down and up, down, and up. Let's do one more. Bring the feet and knees together. Notice the difference between the right and left sides. Oh, I'm starting to sweat. Sit back into chair pose. Bring the hands to your heart. We're just going to hold right here in this chair pose. So I'm going to face you for just a minute. So I brought my feet and knees together this time rather than hip distance. You do you. If this feels better, do that. Hold here. Now we're going to come just a little bit lower and then come up, but not all the way straight. Squeeze the glutes. Bring it down, up. Good. You still might be feeling that one side more than the other. We'll fix that. Keep going. Good. Hold low this time. Roll to the balls of your feet. Keep that back straight. Find that balance, balancing chair. Sink a little lower for me. Hold. Just breathe. And come all the way up. Shake it out. Great job. So you're still near the top of your mat. Let's do all of that on the other side. So starting at the top, reach the arms up. Come into your fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back to plank. Lower halfway. Upward facing dog. Down dog. So we're going to begin again on the other side. I want you to come forward to plank pose, and we're going to hang out in plank. You have a nice line, nice straight arms through the shoulder to the wrist. Keep holding. When you're ready, see if you can lift that left leg up, point the toe, start to give me little pulses. It is warm in here today, and I am sweating. Keep going. All right, keep going. That leg is firm. 8 more counts. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3. Arms are strong. Hold. Pull that knee into the elbow. Extend back to one leg plank. Pull it in and back, in and back. There's 3, 2. Go to one leg dog. Kick that leg up. Step it forward. Find your lunge. Good. So again, we're going to tuck that back knee, drop it to the mat, and straighten. Bend and straighten. Go slow. Doing a great job. Just a couple more. Good. Hold that lunge. Sweep to your diagonal. Hold here. So when you're ready, Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Find level hips. Try to make a T shape. Toes point down. Now we're going to go low to high. So I want you to bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. There's 4 more. You're doing great. Just do your best. If you fall out of it, just jump back in when you're ready. 1 more. Go to hands to the mat, standing split. Does not matter how high that leg comes up. Just lower and lift. Lower and lift. Beautiful. 1 more job. 1 more. Beautiful job. 1 more lift. Bring those feet together again. Sit back. Chair pose. Breathe. Arms can be extended or at your heart. Hold that pose. I'm going to turn and face you. It is warm in here today. Hold. So I have your feet together. We're actually going to separate them now. So bring your hands to your heart. Take them a little wider than your hips. I want you to come down and slowly squeeze up. Bring down, squeeze up. As you lower, that belly muscle, stay engaged and press up. Good, just a couple more. Your own pace. Bring it on down. Hold. Roll to the balls of your feet. Heels are up. Chest is lifted, so like your back is trying to go to a chair. Sit up tall. Slowly lower. And slowly come up. See if you can come all the way up. Slowly lower. Good. Come all the way up. We're just challenging your balance, challenging those core muscles. Legs are obviously working. Now we're going to come down. Hold. Hold. Beautiful job. And stand it up. Shake it out. All right, guys, let's move on. So you're back at the top of your mat. Let's do one more round. And change things up a bit. Reach it all the way up. Forward fold. You know this, just create some space in the spine and fold. Step back for plank. Roll to that right hand, taking the left arm up for side plank. Breathe. So if you're not used to side plank, bottom knee could come down for support. And you want to be sure you're not collapsing into that shoulder. Push, keep space between your ear and your shoulder. Switch sides. Go to that other side. Some of you might want to stack your feet. Just find what works for you. Not holding these too long. Find that steady breath. You can do this. Bring it back down. Downward facing dog. So with that right leg, I want you to take it up. As you exhale, bring that knee to the opposite elbow, dropping into high plank. Lift it back up for one leg dog. Bring it down and across. One more time. Beautiful. This time, step it forward. We're going to drop our back heel. Find warrior two. So the chest and hips open to the side. Arms extended out. I want you to straighten that leg. Reach forward. Find triangle pose. So remember, I'm adding a little bit of challenges for your core. So you're welcome to stay here or take that bottom arm out, palm up, and hold that torso in place. Reach it all the way up, reverse your triangle. Just take a stretch through that side body. Circle it to the mat. Plank pose. Hold plank. Roll to that right side for side plank. We'll just do one more set. Breathe. Bring it down, go to the other side. Remember your supported options. Bring it down, downward facing dog. All right, on this side, lift that left leg up. Bring it forward, cross it underneath to that opposite elbow. So left leg kicks up, one leg dog, across towards the right elbow. Lift. Last time. Step it all the way forward, open to the side, warrior two. Now we straighten that forward leg, reach forward, find triangle pose. Alignment over that forward leg. Choose to stay, bottom arm out in front of you, and hold. Beautiful, bring it all the way up, reverse your triangle, stretch it out. Circle it to the mat, step back, drop the knees, child's pose, wipe the sweat, whatever you need to do. Just take a few breaths. I build this in for me. Get a drink, whatever you need. And then when you're ready, we're gonna come onto all fours onto the mat. So we're gonna be sticking down closer to the mat now. So everything is in a tabletop, back is straight, shoulders over wrist, all those cues, hips over knees. You're gonna kick that right foot out like a kickstand behind you and press up in a supported half moon. Press your hips forward and hold here. So I personally like to flex my foot. It helps me to stay engaged. Back is straight. So now what you're gonna try to do is from here, as you exhale, I want you to kick, reach forward, squeeze those belly muscles, come back out. Do it again. So trying to keep that leg lifted, parallel to the floor. This is not about speed. Take your time. Squeeze. If you can't touch the foot, doesn't matter. Just reach forward. This is fine. Good. Good. Let's do 2 more. Beautiful. Hold the pose. Lift up. Now, foot is flexed. I want you to give me 8 little pulses. Just start to lower, lift the leg, just really small. Now, point the toe. Do the same thing. Keep pulsing. 4, 3, 2. Hold. Don't move. Smile. Take it down. Same thing on the other side. So we're going to kick that left foot out. Lift up. I'm going to turn and face you. I don't like turning my back to y'all. So just find that supported half moon. Now when you're ready, straighten that leg out in front of you, squeeze those belly muscles, reach forward, come back out. Do it again. Keep going, almost there at your own pace. You don't have to be with me. Just 2 to go. And 1. Hold it. Hold it. Foot flex. Give me little pulses. Now point the toe. Do the same thing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Hold it. Take it down. Sit it back. Stretch it out. Child's pose. You can shift your hips from side to side. Just stretch all that out. So we're going to come forward, taking your forearms to the mat. Step back for forearm plank. Again, knees could come down. Just hold. Drop the knees, lower all the way to the mat. Sweep those arms out to your sides, palms in. Lift up into locust pose and lower down. Lift up, lower down. Lift and lower. Your pace. Just 2 more. And 1. Press back, downward facing dog. We're going to gently step the feet forward, have a seat on your mat. Let's lower it all the way down. Bringing those feet in right under the glutes, or excuse me, right under the knees. Press the hips up. Walk the shoulders together slightly. Hold here. Gently come down, interlace those hands behind the head. Eyes to the ceiling. Squeeze, lift up. Come halfway down. Squeeze, lift up, halfway down. Not about speed. It's just about control and feeling. Lift it up. Reach those arms, palms in, come up a little higher. Breathe. And release it down. Bring those feet back in, maybe even a little bit closer, but heels are down. Press the hips up. Walk the shoulders together slightly. Extend the right leg straight up and hold. So from here, you're going to lower halfway and lift halfway. Down, press up, down, press up. There's 3 more to go. Stay strong. Last one, lift, hold, and release. Hug those knees into the chest if you need to. Feet come to the floor, interlace those hands again. Take a breath, and then as you exhale, lift, belly presses down, and halfway down. So I'm keeping contraction in my abs. I'm not completely releasing to the mat and relaxing. Good. So the second time around, I always like to make things a little bit more challenging. So when you're ready, lift and hold. You're welcome to stay right here, or you're welcome to lift here like we just did. Hands by your sides. Stay, or see if you can keep the back connected to the mat and extend the legs. Breathe, really important because we tend to hold our breath when we hold these poses. Knees to chest. Feet come to the mat. Last round, guys, you're almost to stretching. So lift up into that bridge pose. Shoulders come together. Hold it. Heels are down. Lift the left leg up. And when you're ready, we add a little bit of movement. We come halfway down. We press up. Good. Almost there. You have 2 more. 2 more lifts. Controlled. And release. Take both legs up this time. Last round. Interlace the hands behind the head. Take an inhale. As you exhale, the shoulders lift up. Inhale down. And lift. And lower. Lift it up. Reach. Last round, guys, stay with me. That low back's connected to the mat. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Does not matter how low you go here. Just matters good form. Keep that low back pressed down. Come halfway. There's 4. Good. 3. Stay strong. 2. Hold this one out. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Hug those knees into the chest. You did it. Gently rock side to side. All right, you guys have worked hard. If you're still with me, which I hope you are, let's finish off with a little stretching. So when you're ready, start to rock forward and back. Gain that momentum. Come all the way to down dog. Beautiful job. Let's come into pigeon pose, bringing that right knee into the chest, out to the side. Lower it down, level out those hips. Come down into reclining pigeon. And if you ever have any discomfort, if this pose isn't for you, because it's not for everybody, you can do the same stretch just from the back. Tilt that knee out and just guide your knee where you want it to be and hold the foot with the opposite hand. Really want you to just slow and relax here. And we start to slow, try to take some extra long exhales. Let's walk those hands back in. You can stay right here, or if it's okay with your body, just bend that back knee. Again, this isn't going to work for everybody, so just you do you. Reach back with that same hand and gently pull the foot closer to you. Great stretch here for the quad. Let's release and go back to down dog. So on the other side, we're going to find pigeon. Left knee in, bring it down. Remember other side, so if this side's not comfortable, flip it over, do this stretch from your back. Let's start to walk those hands in. Come up, choose to stay here. It feels great for your hip flexors. You can walk the hands back. If you want, bend that back knee, lift away from the floor, reach for the foot and pull it closer. Let's release, and this time just swing it around to have a seat. We're going to extend the legs straight out in front of you, sit up tall into staff pose. So just place those hands by your side, sit up tall. Reach it up and over. Let's come into our fold. Just hinge forward. Again, does not matter how deep you go, just that you feel something. So just you do you. Just feel a nice stretch down the back of those legs. Now we're going to slowly lower it down one vertebrae at a time. Take your time. Pull that right knee into the chest. Circle those ankles. Ankle one way, then the other. Now just give that leg a nice pull down. And then drop it across for your spine twist. Shoulders connected to the mat. Gaze down that arm. Bring it back onto our backs. We're just going to switch sides, pull that left knee in, start to circle that ankle. I hope you guys feel good. You did a great job. Tell yourself that. If you got through it, you did awesome. Drop it across, gaze down that arm. Nice twist. We cannot do a yoga class without ending in Shavasana. So we're just going to stay. We're going to go into that pose. Just bring it back. Extend the legs out a little bit wider than the hips. Relax the feet away from each other. Arms down at your sides. Close those eyes. Just let your normal breath return. And find stillness. Find relaxation. Not only of the body, but try to find a nice quiet mind, just staying right here in this present moment. Just going to start to wiggle the fingers, the toes. And then just soften those knees. Roll to your right side into that fetal position for just a moment. Tell yourself, good job. And then help yourself up to have a seat on your mat. Y'all did amazing today. I always tell people if you showed up onto your mat, it was a success. No matter how much you did, no matter how many breaks you take, none of that matters. Reach the arms up, bringing the hands to the heart center. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.